Think of a world where vampires and vampire hunters fight all the time. Today, I will be joining this battle in the vampire side. In the next 100 days, I will be surviving as a vampire. My main goal is to become a vampire lord and rule this world. Please join me in this journey. Day 1. I spawned just right next to a vampire forest. There's a lot of vampires in there. This is an advantage for me to become a vampire faster. But first, I had to get some wool so I can craft a bed. I encountered some vampire hunters. They'll be my enemies soon. Day 2. I got some wood and made a bed. I won't need a bed when I become a vampire, but I'm not one yet. I tried going into the vampire forest, but the vampire animals attacked me, so I escaped immediately. Day 3. I found a vampire and let him bite me from back so I could become a vampire. I got an effect. This effect will last a Minecraft day. When it ends, I will become a vampire. I collected some wood so I can make a base in the forest when I become a vampire. Day 4. I finally started to transform into a vampire. Since I became a vampire, I no longer needed food, but instead of food, I needed blood. So I took some blood from a sheep. Since it was my first time, it felt a little weird, but I was okay. Day 5. I started to work on my base. I used birchwood because it looked good with the crimson soil in the forest. I didn't want something big, because it would be useless for a vampire who's always out looking for blood. Day 6. My base was finally done. So I started to look around and explore this forest. I saw a vampire with a sword. I wondered if he would drop his sword, so I killed him, but he didn't drop it. Day 7. I collected some sand to make glass and craft some bottles, so I can store blood. I melted the sand and made glass. Then I used the glass to craft bottles. Day 8. I went out and collected some blood from the animals around. Some of them died, some of them turned into zombies. Day 9 to day 13, I kept collecting blood from the animals. I will need them to level up as a vampire later. Day 14. I attacked some vampire hunters. They were pretty powerful, but I was able to kill them. Day 15. I came back to my base and stored all of my blood bottles in my chest, so I can use them later. Day 16. I had to make an altar of inspiration to level up, so I started to look for iron. It took me some time, but I found some iron in a cave. Day 17. I crafted my altar of inspiration, but I needed a certain amount of blood for each level. Since I already had some blood bottles in my chest, I used them to level up. The bottles in my chest took me to level 3. I needed more blood for level 4. Day 18 to day 22, I went to explore the other lands to find more animals so I can get more blood to level up. Day 23, I came back to my base and I used the blood bottles to fill up the altar. I was finally at level 4, but I needed to level up even more to become a vampire lord. Day 24 to day 36, I went to mining. I was pretty lucky and found some diamonds. I crafted some diamond tools. These are gonna help me hunting down vampire hunters. Day 37, my altar of inspiration was not enough to level up after level 4, so I mined some obsidian to craft an altar of infusion. An altar of infusion will help me get to level 14. Day 38, I set everything ready for the ritual to become a level 5 vampire. At night time, I started the ritual. This way, I was able to get more blood to my body. At the end of the ritual, I became a level 5 vampire. I was getting closer to become a vampire lord every single day. I kept using this method to level up until level 14, but it took me more than 34 days. Finding those books, human hearts and pure blood bottles were the hardest thing I've ever done in this game. But finally, it was done. There's only one step left now. Day 73, I had to complete a quest to become a vampire lord, but first I had to capture a village for my faction. Luckily, there was a village near the vampire forest, so I attacked the village with my vampire friends. We were able to take over the village easily. After taking over the village, I talked to the vampire representative and accepted the quest. This was a pretty hard quest. I captured 3 different villages from my faction, zombified 25 animals and found 5 pure blood bottles. It took me a lot of time, but I was able to finish the quest. I went back to the vampire representative and finished the quest. At day 100, I was finally able to become a vampire lord.